Hi, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I'm so happy to be able to post again today. Thank God for another day. So I want to thank all of my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. Without you, there'd be no reason for me to be here. So you're a big part of my purpose, and I really do appreciate all of you. So let's begin by reading out of the Bible. And we're at Psalms 43. Vindicate me, O God, and plead my cause against an ungodly nation. Rescue me from deceitful and wicked men. You are God, my stronghold. Why have you rejected me? Why must I go about mourning, oppressed by my enemy? Send forth your light and your truth. Let them guide me. Let them bring me to your holy mountain, to the place where you dwell. Then will I go to the altar of God, to God my joy and my delight. I will praise you with the harp, O God, my God. Why are you downcast, O my soul? Why so disturbed within me? Put your hope in God, and I will yet praise him, my Savior and my God. We have heard with our own ears, O God, our fathers have told us what you did in their days, in days long ago. With your hand you drove out the nations and planted our fathers. You crushed the peoples and made our fathers flourish. It was not by their sword that they won the land, nor did their arm bring them victory. It was your right hand, your arm, and the light of your face, for you loved them. You are my King and my God, who decrees victories for Jacob. Through you we push back our enemies. Through your name we trample our foes. I do not trust in my bow. My sword does not bring me victory, but you give us victory over our enemies. You put our adversaries to shame. In God we make our boast all day long, and we will praise your name forever. But now you have rejected and humbled us. You no longer go out with our armies. You made us retreat before the enemy, and our adversaries have plundered us. You gave us up to be devoured like sheep, and have scattered us among the nations. You sold your people for pittance, gaining nothing from their sale. You have made us a reproach to our neighbors, the scorn and derision of those around us. You have made us a byword among the nations. The peoples shake their heads at us. My disgrace is before me all day long, and my face is covered with shame at the taunts of those who reproach and revile me, because of the enemy who is bent on revenge. For all this happened to us, though we had not forgotten you or been false to your covenant. Our hearts have not turned back, our feet had not strayed from your path, but you crushed us and made us a haunt for jackals, and covered us over with deep darkness. If we had forgotten the name of our God, or spread out our hands to a foreign god, would not God have discovered it, since he knows the secrets of the heart? Yet for your sake we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered. Awake, O Lord, why do you sleep? Rouse yourself, do not reject us forever. Why do you hide your face and forget our misery and oppression? We are brought down to the dust, our bodies cling to the ground. Rise up and help us. Redeem us because of your unfailing love. So, when I read this, I think about kind of sounds to me like people have to stay on their path. they have to keep looking up to God. They have to have acceptance of what is going on around them. And they have to stay strong in faith. And they have to love more. And they have to pray more. And they have to believe that God will help them clear their karma, and they can rebuild again in a stronger way. That's part of like death to who we were before and where we need to go to be under God's grace. And we are always short of the glory of God. So we have to know that God knows our heart, and that if we stay steadfast in prayer and being thankful for having God in our hearts, that we will be redeemed by God's love and God's grace and His mercy. Okay, so if you understood it different, please let me know. That's kind of how I understood that passage. So I pulled a card out of my box, and let me get my, hold on. What you do? Are you good? You being good? Yes. Okay. So, so I pulled this card out. 6 is the number, you know, like from Aries down to Virgo. Virgo's number 6. So it'd be a birthday from 8/23 to 9/22. So if someone's birthday happens to be on the cusp, so if their birthday's like 3 days before or 3 days after, something like that, they could be considered a cusp. Like that would be Leo cusp with Virgo. Okay, so someone might carry both in their chart. So you'd have to actually do your chart and so forth. But there is the cusp. So after that, I think it's a Libra. Okay, so I wanted to look up Virgo to see what it says about Virgos. Virgo is the 6th astrological sign in the zodiac. It spans the 150 to 180th degree of the zodiac. Under the tropical sign, the sun transits this area between August 23rd and September 22nd. Depending on the system of astrology, individuals born these dates may be called Virgos or Virgoans. Let's see what else it says. This sign is mutable, which means it changes easily. Okay, let's see. The detriment is Jupiter and Neptune. The exaltation is Mercury, and the fall is Venus. This sign is associated with Austria. In Greek mythology, Austria was the last immortal to abandon Earth at the end of the Silver Age, when the gods fled to Olympus. Hence the sign's association with Earth. She became the constellation of Virgo. Virgo is one of 3 earth signs, along with Capricorn and Taurus. Okay. I was hoping to see other characteristics, so that's actually my first time ever looking up different charts in that manner. Okay, so we read out of the Bible, got the first card out of the box, and now we move on to Miracles Now. I can think my way out of fear. What is that, and how do you do it? Sometimes I fear doing something, and it kind of makes me tremble. And it's kind of my ancestors pushing me, telling me, I told you to go do it, now go do it. So, you know, the term shock and awe, that's S-H-O-C-K, and then the end, you know, A-N-D, and awe, A-W-E. So sometimes you'll be guided to do something that maybe inside the deepest part of you says, I want to shock and awe someone. And it's kind of fearful to do that, right? Because you don't really know what the reaction is. So you kind of have to just think that it's all going to work out, and it's for your highest good, and then you go and do this thing, right? And so for me, I actually prophesied a few things, and well, actually, since I was little, things have come true that I said, and you know, I've had dreams that came true. I have said things to people that have come true, and well, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, so I've said this before. My grandma was a very God-loving, God-fearing person, and she was crippled. She was a Catholic, and then she transferred over to Pentecostal, and she's a crippled little lady, and she just had a beautiful essence about her. And when I was little, it's not fear, okay? But I just want to tell you the story real quick. When I was little, and I looked into my grandma's eyes, and all I saw was beautiful, like heavenly vibes. I don't know how to explain it, but she had bluish, grayish eyes, and yes, she was Philippine, but you know, as we get older, our eyes will turn that color. Some of us, right? And yeah, I looked in her eyes, and I always just felt love around my grandma. But when I was little, I said, after looking in her eyes, I said to myself, when I grow up, I want to be just like grandma, except for the crippled part. And it's taken me some time, but I kind of feel like, you know, without having such a great ancestor, there's no way that I could be who I am today. But speaking out of fear, it's like an energy comes within you, and you just spout out whatever it is that you want to say. And it's overcoming that fear. So as well as talking to my daughter on Sunday, I said, you know, I started my autobiography, and I said I stopped to the point where my mom died. and I didn't pick it up. I had to put it down, and I couldn't pick it up. It took me a few months. And the fear of how I would be feeling going through the stages, right? Because I was the only kid present. My cousin was with me, but I was the only sibling out of all my siblings that was present for that happening. And my mother, I'm not sure if she had a stroke, an aneurysm, a heart attack. I believe it was an aneurysm now. But, you know, I was the only one there. And having to pick up the tablet and start typing in, I was fearful of, could I even get through it? And I ended up getting through it, and there's still pain there, but I was able to get out of my way the fear that stopped me. So I told my daughter, I said, I got all the way up to marrying your dad, and I said, I stopped there because I didn't have you in my life. I don't know if I could write about someone who did everything to take my daughter away from me. So over time, well, now I have my daughter in my life, and I feel like I could get past it. So that's something I'll be working on. But getting out, I can think my way out of fear. Fear is an illusion. It's the fear of the outcome. It's the fear of the reaction, the shock and awe of other people, right? You just have to get to a point where you say, I know what's good in my life, and I know what's bad, and I accept it, and I move forward. You know, if you're talking about making a change in your life, the change could be anything. I decided at 27, it didn't matter what the people around me thought. I really didn't care. When I turned 27, the group of the people that we'd always get together on the weekends and we'd do our partying, and we partied pretty good. But something about 27, I said no more. I said, I'm good. And I just didn't care what they thought. They were in shock and they were in awe because they couldn't believe that I was passing up a good time. I have already been there and done that for 10 years. And I had enough. So sometimes it takes time to work out you work your way out of a fear. But I think you do that when you just say, I don't care about, you know, what anybody else thinks. I'm going to do what's right for me, and I'm going to do this darn thing, right? So it could be anything, whatever it is for you, okay? You just have to get to the point where it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or feels. What matters is what you think and what you feel, because you'll have so many, you know, if you ask 10 people one thing, what kind of fruit do you like? Not everybody is going to all say apple, right? Not everyone's going to like an apple over something else. Someone else might say watermelon, someone else might say grapefruit, someone else might say cantaloupe, someone else might say a banana. And that has nothing to do with fear. I'm just saying that if we live our lives thinking about how other people are going to react, you just have to get to the point where I don't care. I care about what I think and what I want in my life. And I will push back anybody, not like physically, I guess, but I will push back anybody that doesn't agree with how I feel. And sometimes people will try to tell you, oh, you're crazy, oh, you're going to go to hell, or you're going to die a lonely woman, or whatever it is that they might tell you, okay? It's all a way to instill fear so that you won't take that leap. You won't go for what you want. And the thing is people have their ulterior motive, right? How many people do you know that's really going to give you an honest answer? You would hope that your siblings would. You would hope that, your parents would. But when it comes down to it, they have something inside of them that they haven't healed. So sometimes it's something as simple as, well, if Marcia does this and she becomes successful, she's going to be more successful than me. And I can't have that. It could be something like, oh, look at all of her followers. I have to look at myself because, look, I don't have anyone following me. I can't even get people to come over for whatever, an occasion or something. It could be many things, right? It could be, you want things in your life, but people don't want you to have what you want. So a prime example is my first husband. We bought this little house, and I said, one day I'd like to have a little room off of here, where the kitchen is in the back. And I'd like to have a little room right here, and I'd like to have it be like where I put all my plants and stuff like that. And then I said, one day I want like a 2-car garage, so our cars don't have to sit out on the road. I said, one day I'd like to have a nice little picket fence in the front so the dog can go out front or back. The back was already fenced in, that we were able to add. And then another time I said, and I'd like to have a trellis right here so that when you walk up to the house, you walk underneath the little oval thing. And I said I'd like to grow some vines on it and have it covered. So I had a lot of things that I wanted to have. But no matter what I wanted from him, everything was we'll see, or it never happened, or both. So I had to think my way out of fear of leaving him. Okay. So it's how you communicate. So, I can say that I tried to talk to him and I tried to reason with him, and everything was we'll see. And he saw to it his second wife got all of that, which I don't know, it was just kind of like he was trying to put in my face, like, see what you're missing out on. But he was missing out on me. He was missing out on me in his life, and he did everything he could to try to make my daughter hate me. And when I had to reach out to my daughter, I had to think my way out of fear. I had to think that things were going to be positive, and I had to send that energy to the universe. And when I called her, it was like we just took our relationship where it left off, except for now she's an adult, and I get to have that mom daughter adult talks, and it's so good. Like, I had to think my way out of the fear, and the way I did that was I told myself, whatever happens, I tried. I did tell her that I said I had to think that you might say, no, Mom, you know what? had to think and say, you know what, my daughter might say, you've been out of my life this many years, and you know, I don't want that, I don't want you in my life anymore. So, I had to accept that could be a possibility, but I knew in my heart, I just knew that things were going to work out, and things did work out. So, I'll give you a couple of examples anyways. So moving forward, Divine Feather. This is beautiful, like reddish, kind of brownish one. And it's a cardinal. Stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. So the cardinal, I'm going to look that up too. See. Cardinal, with its bright red plumage, is seen year-round, but is most noticeable in the winter months. The males are decidedly more vibrant and showy, while the females are usually a more subtle shade of red. Cardinals have a distinctive call, and they stay with their mates for life. This messenger has long been associated with important and essential qualities such as the cardinal directions in the Native American medicine wheel. Some tribes call the cardinal daughters of the sun, further linking this bird to the element of fire, vitality, and enthusiasm. Examine the opportunities in your life where a path to leadership may be opening up for you. Moving forward requires self-awareness and confidence in your unique qualities and gifts. Feel assured of your importance on this journey. Cardinal is calling you to see yourself in a new light. Use that light to move forward while you lead others to do the same. Cardinal bestows a special message of self-worth. Choose to claim this as a right and a truth. The energies, leadership, self-worthy, vitality, confidence. The season is winter. The element is fire and air. The color is red and black. The affirmation, I embrace and open to new opportunities with confidence. So let's see what the spiritual thing. Let's see. Cardinals. Spiritual meaning. Cardinals have many spiritual meanings, including positivity. Cardinals can symbolize positivity during difficult times. Hope. Cardinals can be a reminder of hope when someone is seeking answers or guidance from God. They can also be a sign that you can do hard things because they don't last forever. Comfort. Cardinals can represent a way God reaches out to people to comfort and reassure them. Love. Cardinals can appear when you're about to start a new relationship or other significant romantic event. They can also symbolize self-love, such as having more faith in yourself. Family stability. Cardinals can symbolize the power and stability of a strong family. Monogamy. Cardinals can serve as a reminder of monogamy to people who were unfaithful in their relationships. Messengers from the afterlife. In many traditions, cardinals are seen as messengers from the afterlife, attempting to connect with loved ones on earth. Some people even associate cardinal sightings on their property with their departed loved ones. Some theologians see cardinals as symbolizing the Holy Spirit, combining the fire element of the Spirit's work with the energy and life found in the Spirit, the blood of Christ. Some say the cardinal's crimson color signifies the blood of Christ, his salvation and promise of eternal life. See, cardinals have been a part of mythology and literature for centuries and can hold special meaning for many bird lovers. Cardinals represent devotion, loving relationships, courtship, and monogamy above everything else in the Native American lore. Love is all you need, and cardinals are here to remind us that a cardinal's spiritual meaning is that of love. This bright bird reminds us of the importance of strength and security, bold expression, loyalty, and of course that our loved ones are always with us. So I'll tell you real quick before we move on, as I was walking my dog over towards the rodeo yesterday or the day before, and I was wearing this knit hat, and there were two crows. They were crows, or the ones that are smaller, I don't know what their names are, but they started like flying around me and my dog, and it was like it reminded me of my two brothers, Randy and Mike, God bless them. When we were kids, we'd go down to Leroy Park, and the crows, they were the big ones, the big blackbirds. The crows would be swooping down, and my brothers, they would take turns, so one would lay like in the middle of the field. Back then there were like pine trees like wrapped around the whole park, and then in the center there was like a big open spot, so they would one of them would lay down in the middle of the park, and then as soon as the blackbirds would be going down to swoop, one brother would yell to the other one, "Get up and run!" And so it was like they were playing games with the crows, and they would dive down and like pick the hair off of their heads. So to me, it symbolized what happened was when I was walking my dog. To me, it symbolized that were my brothers, reminding me of that, of that time period. And then also when I was in Hawaii, I was walking my dog, and we were in front of it wasn't St. Jude's. It was like a Christian. I'm not sure what kind of hospital it was. I can't remember the name of it, but it was on our walk. So the whole front of the hospital has a big metal fence in it. So the only thing that's open is the drive in and the drive out. So I would let my dog off the leash there and run around. And two doves, they came like, my dog, he stood there in awe, okay? And the birds came right by us, like right over our heads. And then the two, they were pigeons, I think. I don't think they were doves, but I think they were like white pigeons. And they actually came and made a loop in unison. They, like a crazy 8. And then they flew off, but they were very close. If I wanted to, I probably could have jumped up and touched one, That's how close they were. But my dog was amazing too. I can't explain it. I just think that animals are way more spiritual than we are. They see things that we don't see, and they have feelings. They have that unconditional love, and it's just different. It was like an amazing day. I remember that now. So birds are there to give you a message, a message of shock and awe that God does exist, that these are our ancestors coming by, to make us happy, to make us smile, to be in awe about God's love. So moving forward, So shock and awe, right? It's okay. As long as it's not criminal, as long as it's not hurting people, but to stand in your truth can actually have people in shock and awe, because who were you last week or last year or the last decade? I know me, I talked amongst people I felt comfortable talking to, and I felt like I was building bonds with people, and those people I can just chat all day, but we all have work to do, right? Okay, so next we have messages from the mermaids. So remember that when you see some birds around you, kind of figure, is it a message? Is it a message from someone that's no longer with us? And I've gotten many signs about that. Okay, so this is trust. Trust in life. Nothing happens by chance, and the universe is guiding you towards your destiny. Have faith and trust. This mermaid says everything is working out perfectly and for the highest good of all, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. It's important to put your trust in life and know that all is well. Sometimes we can feel like a feather in the wind, blown this way and that, feeling out of control, yet the truth is we are never truly in control. Allow your heart and inner wisdom to guide you through your situations, knowing that your sun will rise and shine once again. When our rational mind becomes dominant and our need to control takes over, life can be challenging. Yet within our mind, we also have the power to turn things around and surrender to our destiny as it unfolds, even if this feels uncomfortable at times. Know that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and there's nothing to concern yourself about. Life is creative and full of twists and turns. It's all part of the grand, harmonious symphony of existence. But it's okay to sing out of tune sometimes. Trust that life is metaphorically helping you to compose a brand new song. However you interpret this card's meaning, the core message will keep coming back to trust. The place where you now find yourself is an indication that your destiny is unfolding. It's a time of rebirth into new and unknown, which can be frightening, even though there's nothing to fear. Go within and know all is well as you trust in your life's process. Okay? So the trust card resonates. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so next we have your soul purpose. And we have the accountant. Are you a numbers person? Take a look at your assets and liabilities and find balance in the way money flows in and out of your life. Maintain mental acuity and focus when you work with numbers. Attention to detail is important today and always. Prosperity abounds in my life. Working with numbers comes easily to me. I pay attention to the details regarding the money flowing in and out of my life. Okay. So the stone is citrine, and this is under finance. Okay, accounting and bookkeeping are crucial in the overall understanding of the full picture of your finances. In a business setting, maintaining a general ledger, balance sheet, and a profit and loss statement on a regular basis is imperative. Similarly, personal finances, though not as complex as business accounting, are important for long and short-term financial health. Use your knowledge of numbers and bookkeeping to manage your money with clarity and confidence. When the accountant and citrine card shows up, become conscious of your ability to keep track of your financial accounts. Take a look at your personal financial statement, including assets and liabilities, as well as your cash flow and budget. If you don't have a financial statement, pulling this card signals that it's time to create your statements and look at your cash flow. I like to have a piece of citrine nearby when I'm using my bookkeeping system or my point of sale system for my business. Citrine's energy helps you maintain a sense of mental acuity regarding business transactions and bookkeeping endeavors. Focus is crucial when working with numbers and federal regulations. Therefore, citrine is an ally. As an ally, helps the accountant to work by improving mental clarity and focus. This life path requires extreme attention to detail through the use Through the use of good reporting systems, you can analyze where to place your attention to increase your sales. In your personal life, this card calls you to review your income in relation to the financial resources required to live the life you want to live. So yeah, finances are very important to keep an eye on, right? We have to know what's coming in and what's going out. And we have to have a savings plan for the future, a nest egg. Okay, native spirit. We have Spirit Keeper of the East. New beginnings, a fresh cycle is occurring in your life. Wipe the slate clean. It's now time to release the old and start again. No matter what has happened in the past, it doesn't need to repeat in the future. Your native spirit wants you to know, in native traditions, the directions are honored. It's believed that every direction has an associated spirit that can be called upon. In the great cycle of life, the east is the place of the rising sun. It's also associated with planting seeds in the springtime, birth, the waxing moon, and new beginnings. Pulling this card means that this is the close of one cycle and the beginning of another. Although it's often difficult to release familiar routine situations or relationships when they no longer empower you, your native spirit asks that you not cling to the old, but set sail into new waters. Face your fears and allow yourself to stretch in a new direction. Wonderful opportunities will be born in your life. The journey, stand and be still. Breathe and center yourself, then slowly turn in a circle. Close your eyes and feel the energy of each direction. There's a difference in the feeling in each direction. Stand facing east as the sun rises to sense the unique energy of that direction. So that does mention fear, overcoming fear. Animal messages, and we have the spider. Thank you, Spirit. So in the future, I hope to purchase some new cards. I want to keep you guys entertained to a certain point, right? As well as learning different aspects. Okay. Travel will open up new possibilities and one special connection. Spider flies on a silken strand through azure skies and brooding storms, and knows that the time has come to expand your horizons. Travel, be it a to faraway lands or a flower-strewn meadow, and see the world through new eyes, with a deep understanding that nothing is impossible. Spider sees her world through touch, not light, translating vibration into knowledge. Take wisdom from what you cannot see, and if the fleeting touch of another affects you, acknowledge that connection and allow it to flourish. So that tells me that someone needs to probably understand what it is that they're feeling. And, everyone's going to have their own interpretation, right? So to understand what you're feeling, kind of, it's like a bereavement. I was never told that it would go a certain way. I was never told that, like when someone dies, that you have you celebrate the life after. So, like, my mom was the first one. My baby sister, I was only 2, and she lived for 1 month, and I don't remember. I just remember the funeral because of the shoebox. I referred to her casket as a shoebox, but I don't remember anything after that. But when my mom died, everybody was crying, everybody was mourning, and we were all doing that. My sister Tanya, she felt bad because she whispered to me, she's like, everybody's crying, I feel bad because I'm not crying. I know she's my mom, but I was like, it's okay. I said, don't worry, it's okay. But everybody's crying, and then afterwards we were at my grandma's house, and everybody was laughing. I had no idea. I was like, how can people go from crying to laughing? But had someone taken the time to tell me, that was part of the bereavement process, was after you're done mourning, then you tell good stories about that person who passed away as a memory, right? I remember when mom did this or mom did that, or, So we have to let our kids know what to expect, right? Even though it's not going to exactly, they're not going to exactly understand it until they go through it, but at least they won't be confused as to why someone could be crying so hard 1 minute and laughing so hard the next. And it's things it's like the furthest thing from anyone's mind sometimes, is they're so focused on their own loss that they forget to tell their children how it's going to be, so people have to understand that too. So it's very hard for my dad. When my mom died, she took care of everything. I mean, she was like the true empress, My mom took care of everything in the house. She made sure all her children were behaving in a certain way. When they go outside, things can happen, but in the house, she always had full control over them. And she was a very good mom. She cooked all the meals. All the meals were freshly made. Everything. I can't even think of one meal that she ever made that I disliked. Growing up, when you're a kid, you don't like green vegetables too much, but I'm glad that she made it so that I learned to love them. So you see, we all have traveling to do, whether it's traveling in our mind, whether it's traveling back in time, right? We want to reminisce about our ancestors, and we want to talk good about them. We don't want to tell lies about our passed away, grandparents. That's an awful thing. And see, there's something else I wanted to say, but I guess it'll come back to me. Maybe it wasn't that important. Okay, so now we're going to do the Archangel Power Tarot cards. So when I pulled the stack out and I looked at the bottom, see, it was Major Arcana 11. So I just wanted to read that for you real quick. It was the Strength card. You have great strength and compassion. The kindness and understanding that you give to others are a blessed gift. However, it is equally important to show gentleness toward yourself. You may see aspects within you that cause you worry or impatience, but every person is a child of God. It is by balancing all aspects of yourself with love and mercy that you learn to exhibit those same qualities to people around you. You are far stronger than you may believe. The situation you find yourself in requires a very soft and sensitive approach. Archangel Ariel can help you stay strong in the face of any challenge. Additional meanings of this card: self-confidence, patience, self-control, forgiveness, inner strength, influence through kindness. Archangel Ariel is the angel known for protecting animals, the environment, and those who seek to safeguard our world. Her name means Lioness of God, and she can inspire great courage in the hearts of those who call upon her. Archangel Ariel is also known to be an angel of manifesting the essentials of daily life. Call upon Ariel if you're feeling certain or feeling uncertain or experiencing a lack of confidence, and she will help you get in touch with your own inner strength. Okay? So just in case someone needed to hear that. Okay, so I pre-shuffled, and when I just pulled it out, the Chariot was down below. Okay, Spirit, we know you're here with us. Tell us what message you would like the collective to have today. Thank you, Spirit. Remember, we have to thank God for everything. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. At the bottom, 5 of Michael. The situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Okay, so I'll read these. Okay. King of Ariel. So much abundance. Your plans are going to work out very well. The ability to manage finances is matched with the King's sense of what will succeed. Advancement in your career is likely. You've worked very hard and would like to take a break or possibly retire to enjoy a life of more leisure. People, a very successful person who has risen to the top professionally, someone who can direct many people or projects at once, a nature lover, stable, powerful, accomplished. Additional meanings: career success, using resources wisely, money in the bank, leadership positions. Okay, next we have 5 of Michael. The situation doesn't serve you. Stop and reconsider if the actions you're planning are worth your time and energy. You may very well win the day, but there is a strong possibility that there won't be much to celebrate in the end. Ask your angels if there are other, more uplifting paths you might follow. There is a lot of negative energy coming from the people involved in this situation that doesn't match your vibrations. Archangel Michael can help you vacuum away all the negativity. Consider releasing your attachment to the outcome as too draining. Make more optimistic plans even if things didn't turn out the way you'd hoped. Value what you've learned and try again with your improved information. Additional meanings: negative thinking, wasted energy, a need for greater self-awareness. So something's going on with somebody, and they know whatever the situation is doesn't really serve them, yet they're having a hard time to release the attachment. And they have to consider taking a more uplifting approach. So, for example, say you really like someone and you put a lot of effort, hoping they would come around, and it just doesn't happen. So it's better that you just let it go and let God, right? If it's for you, it's for you. Maybe the timing isn't right. Maybe it's not really for you, right? Maybe you just think it's for you. So, in my opinion, it would be better to focus on yourself. One of the other things that I read said, in situations, what was that? It was something like, you put your energy into something and you haven't seen a return. So you should put that same energy into yourself. And whatever is for you is for you. So I keep reiterating, for me, attachments that I had, things that I thought were for me. Maybe they actually are for me, but maybe I'm not ready for it, really. Or maybe this person isn't ready for it. So I just have to release it to God, and I have to say, God, change my thought pattern. If this person is destined to be in my life, he'll show up. But Lord, change my thought pattern so I will focus more on me than focusing on a particular outcome that I've put so much energy into. And, I just leave it to God. Whatever God wants me to have in this lifetime, I already know that God's going to give it to me. And I don't have any expectations of who, when, how, or why. My biggest focus needs to be on my relationship between me and God. Okay? So, does someone else feel the same way? Is there something you need to release? Is there something that you've put a lot of energy in, and that person knows that you have, and maybe he or she thinks, oh, you're going to be around forever, It's really kind of inconsiderate, but you know, people are people, right? They're learning, they're growing, they're experiencing life. They're living their life. At the same time, they can't expect you to hold on energetically or physically if they're not ready for you, or if they don't even want you, you know. It's like, I'd rather have someone come and say, look, I never really had that interest in you. I never, even though I implied it, don't ask me why I implied it, but you should just go on and be happy, because I'm never going to be there for you, you know. I'd rather have people be blunt than to, blunt and truthful, not blunt and lying, okay? But I'd rather have someone just be blunt and truthful than to leave someone hanging on a string. It's not right. And maybe that's a lesson I need to learn, is I don't need those kind of people in my life. And so I just trying to focus on myself. Yesterday, I was only able to get one reading out because the reading was so long. I don't know why it kicked out a queue or something, but it took 12 hours to download or upload, whatever the right terminology is. Anyways, moving forward, so we have the King of Ariel, yep, and the Five of Michael. So if any of these are resonating for you, you just keep them and hold them and do what you want with them. And the ones that don't resonate, just put it to the side. And it could be past, present, or future, right? This is just a general reading. Spirit, we love you. Tell us what we need to know. Come on, Spirit. We know you're here. We know you care. We know you love us, right? So when I was in Hawaii, I did a lot of kind of cheerleader little, I did plywood marker with colored markers. So I made a lot of cheerleaders. I had writing on it be the cheerleader of love, be the warrior of God. I did all kinds. I did I did a trampoline, and what was the saying on it? Can I remember? Maybe it had something to do with bouncing back, right? Because after you fall down, right, you have to bounce back. I can't really remember what it said, but yeah, I did it. A cheerleader on a trampoline, and all my people were stick people with the skirts. And it seemed like I always had green pom-poms for some reason. That stays in my mind. So God blessed me with that time to do that, because that was a big part of my healing. And none of us are ever really fully healed, right? But when we have peace in our life, it's a wonderful thing. It really is. Okay. New beginning. The bottom is, a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. You see, she's bowing out gracefully. Okay. Starting a new life. Finding your purpose. A forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So you see, this is what I'm saying. This card might be for me, and I hope it's for you. Okay, Okay, 20. You are being called to renew your dedication to your life purpose. Each day of your life has led you to this very moment. Now it's time to review your personal history and make changes that will take you in a different direction. Archangel Jeremiel can help you evaluate the past without harsh judgment. Situations where decisions must be made will work out positively for you. Academic examinations, tests, and legal settlements have favorable outcomes. Additional meanings of this card: answering a call, finding your purpose, starting a new life, perfect clarity, unlimited opportunities. Archangel Jeremiel is the angel who helps with life reviews. If you're seeking to take stock of the past and how it might relate to your future, you can call upon Jeremiel for insight. Ask him for detailed steps you can take that lead to successful changes in your life. Okay. I put it right in front so in case you wanted to follow it. Sometimes when you're hearing it and then you have the visual of the words, it becomes more embedded. Okay, so in a sense I'm trying to, anything that you view and listen to, it's embedding in the deepest part of your mind. So you might as well have things of goodness embedded in you, right? And I'm very thankful for both of the grandmas. I had a mean one and a nice one, and I know the difference, right? Okay, so I'm going to cut this a couple times. Page of Ariel. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. The Page of Ariel is reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. At the bottom, Page of Michael. An exciting new challenge. Oh look, there's divine guidance hiding back there. Okay. Truth, perceptive, analytical, blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts and documents very thoroughly. Okay. Spirit, what else? What else, please, Spirit? The Sun. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and aspiring success. At the bottom, the Lovers. Okay. And look, there's Change Your Life back there. What was the other one? I can't remember. Okay, there's Solutions. But I don't want to keep pulling from the bottom. The Lovers, that was at the bottom. So we have the Sun and the Lovers. I'll read those for you. So this reading seems to be very, very intense. It's like you're seeing all the signs now, right? I'm showing you the cards. And it's up to you to take action. Whoever this is for, however it fits in your story, if it doesn't fit, it's not for you, right? Okay, so the Sun. Life is wonderful. Great things are headed your way. and your plans will succeed beyond your wildest dreams. Keep your thoughts and words positive, and you will thrive. Believe in yourself and those around you during this magical time in your life. Archangel Uriel brings brilliant epiphanies to those who ask for help, inspiring new ideas, lead the way to abundance and happiness. Public recognition or awards are also very possible during this time. Additional meanings: happiness, a trustworthy relationship, understanding oneself, personal satisfaction. Uriel is the archangel known for the brilliant ideas that can come in golden flashes of light. He is also associated with emotional healing and understanding. Call upon Archangel Uriel whenever you're searching for a sunny disposition that brings with it success and exuberance. Okay, then we have the Lovers. 6. This card encourages you to follow your heart. Deep felt emotions are likely to be experienced as a key relationship enters your life. This could be a romantic partnership that leads to marriage, or someone you feel a very close but platonic connection with. Either way, this is an individual you can trust completely, and the relationship is likely to be life-changing in a very positive way. Archangel Raphael can help you manifest the soulmate relationship or deep friendship that you desire. This card can also indicate an extremely important choice that needs to be made. This decision should be made from the heart with absolute devotion to the outcome and without reservation. If there is any question in your mind as to how to proceed, then you must take time to weigh the matter and choose carefully. Additional meanings: the power of love, the need for careful deliberation, a fork in the road, recovery from a physical ailment. Archangel Raphael is the angel who watches over those who are seeking a soulmate. Whether the desired relationship is romantic, a close friendship, or even career-based, Raphael can help you make the perfect connection. He is also known as the angel who protects our physical health. Call upon him when you or someone you know isn't feeling well and needs healing. Okay, so we had 2 major arcanas pop out. One was divine guidance, and now I forgot what the other one was. Oh, it's change your life. Spirit, thank you, Spirit. Oh, Spirit, what else would you like the collective to know today? So, I believe that our archangels can handhold us, right? They can hold our hands through many things. But the action, as much as they would like to guide you there and just grab your hand and take you there, it's your free will. They can nudge you and they can show you the signs, but it's up to you to take the action. Do you want to follow your gut feeling? Do you want to live that life? Do you even believe that it's possible? And that's another thing is, if you view someone else's life, right? The only thing I can tell you for me, when I view both my grandmas, all right, I love them both. But when I view them, I see 2 different people because they were 2 different people. However, I've seen one heavily on the angel side, and I've seen the other kind of weighing a little towards the evil side, you know. And I had to accept them as they were. And I had to choose. I mean, it's not like my good grandma said choose me over my other grandma or vice versa. It's just like I have to follow my heart about it. And I want to know that that I'm making the right decision for me. So it's like the difference between the two grandmas, besides the good and bad, however you want to measure it, right? My mom's mom, I could look in her eyes and see heaven. It was like that. My other grandma, I seen a lot of bitterness in her eyes, and her words matched it. So, like neither one of my grandparents did I ever ask anything from, but in my heart, I knew my dad's mom. You know, she had money, but I would never ask her for it. I heard too many stories from her about how things happened and people came to her for money, and it made her feel like that's the only reason why they came to see her was to get her money. And that must be a horrible feeling for her to have had to live with that thought. Was like, wow, the only time I hear from John is when he wants money, and I never see it back, you know. So I can imagine that she had gone through a lot like that, and that, you know, that and probably other things made her bitter. She just didn't. It's like they loved her money more than they loved her. Where my other grandma, she had enough, you know. I mean, I don't really know like exactly what she had when she passed away, and like money wise, okay, but my grandma always had enough. My grandpa always had enough. He would go to the railroad tracks. He knew what day the train would stop there. There used to be a carrot factory on the other side of the railroad tracks. And he would go get the homeless that would ride the caboose and bring them back to the house and feed them. You know, he'd make like different kind of soups. You know, sometimes he put like fish heads in it and vegetables, but only the Asians, you know, like eating the fish heads. So he never served that to like the white or the Hispanic or the black hobos that he brought home. But my grandparents there, they had plenty. They had enough, and I never asked them for anything either, because I don't know. I just didn't want a burden, you know. I grew up feeling like I was a burden to a lot of people, and even to this day, that stigma, it's still attached to me, you know. So it's I believe it's what people have said about me. And they were half-truths, so it made other people be weary of me, you know, like paranoid too. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. You know, I think some of it like might even be envy, you know. I'm the only girl, and out of all the grandchildren, I was the only girl that ever went into a branch service. So I think that in itself, that, you know, I was able to travel, right? I was able to see more of the world than had I stayed here, you know, stayed in Guadalupe or stayed in Santa Maria. My last year in high school, I was in Salt Lake City, Utah, with my second to the oldest sister. But you know, I wanted a different life than what they lived. and I certainly got it. You know, it came at a cost. I got to see a lot, but, you know. The only thing I can say now is, what would it have been like if I invited God into my home? My first marriage or my second marriage. Makes a difference. So invite God into your home. Invite God into your heart. Invite God into your life. And you will see your life change. The Empress. Let's see what's on the bottom. The Knight of Michael. Strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. Sudden changes. Okay. And the Queen of Michael peeks out. Okay, so I'll read the Empress. We're an hour and 21, so I'm going to have to end it soon. Archangel Gabriel brings you this card to encourage you to use your artistic talents alongside with your nurturing instincts. Give you the ability to manifest beautiful and amazing works. Think of this card as representing Mother Nature, the Empress of creativity. Your plans will flourish and grow so long as you give them your devoted attention and love. If your focus is upon family matters such as relationships, children, or pregnancy, you can be assured of happy outcomes. Likewise, your career endeavors will also prove successful. Your interest in beautiful, luxurious, or artful pursuits is well rewarded at this time. Concerns regarding physical or emotional well-being fade away. While your ability to nurture others is wonderful, do not forget to also love and care for yourself. Additional meanings: time to move forward, prosperity, a gift with growing plants and gardens, motherhood, determination to get things done. Gabriel is the patron angel for those in the creative arts, whether it's music, poetry, or other artistic endeavors. This angel can help inspire your work to new heights. Gabriel is also known for being a loving and helpful motivator if you're having trouble completing your projects, as well as delivering messages on behalf of God, including announcements of pregnancy. Call upon Archangel Gabriel for whatever projects you're attempting to give birth to. Okay? So let me know if you like I show the pages so you can read along, okay? If you would, I would appreciate it. Spirit, we know you're here with us, protecting our reading. What do you want the collective to receive now? What are the important messages? The important messages: make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. So Spirit wants you to know to make a wish. Your dreams will become reality. It'll be a joyful time of life. What's at the bottom? Seven of Ariel. You have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Spirit, what else would you like us? What message would you like us to see? Spirit? Okay, after this we're going to pull 3 more cards off the top and then look at the bottom too. Okay. The Ace of Gabriel. A gift of passion, opportunity, and inspiration. The chance to do something amazing. A sense of wonder. So Ace is the new beginning. Let's see what's at the bottom. The Emperor. Stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. So it's been a while, and there's divine guidance. So I'll read those 2, and then we have the Emperor and the Empress out here now. So the Empress is 3, the Emperor is 4, and divine guidance is 5. So let's look at 3 or 5 real quick. 3, 4, 5 is considered a manifesting number that can indicate a person's ability to change their life. It may appear when someone is feeling dissatisfied or stagnant in their current situation, or it could signify, or it could signify a significant phase in their career. So some meanings of angel number 3, 4, 5. Embrace change, take personal responsibility, career prospects, setting intentions, positive affirmations, creating the future they envision. Embracing change. So if you're a fixed sign, that's hard to do, right? So if you are a cusp, right? If you are a cusp and one side's fixed and the other side's mutable, you just have to choose in your mind to change to that mutable sign. Okay, so that was the Virgo, right? You have to take personal responsibility. And you have to seek career prospects, and you have to be setting the correct intentions. You have to review positive affirmations and creating the future they envision. So you have to look into your future and see, right? If you look into your future being boring, unsatisfying, not going anywhere, not happy, right? Discontent, then that's what you're going to have. Okay, so did I read the info already? Okay. Leadership can change everything. This card may mean it's time for you to be a leader to those around you, or it might indicate that you would greatly benefit from the counsel of a skilled mentor who can give you invaluable advice. Archangel Uriel can provide you with brilliant new ideas and how best to be a success. Creativity is a wonderful thing, but without logic it can be chaos. What you need right now is a little organization and order. A few guidelines or rules will help bring your dreams to life in the most efficient and elegant way possible. This is not meant to limit you, but to help you feel empowered and in control of the direction your plans are taking you. Additional meanings of this card: an encouraging and diplomatic leader, ambitious plans, stability, a promotion, protection, authority figures, paternal role models. Archangel Uriel is the angel of great ideas and epiphanies. His name means the light of God, and truly he can help light your way to success. When you can't quite see your way clear to the next step, he is able to give you moments of revelation that seem to come out of nowhere. Ask Archangel Uriel for assistance whenever you have a project or challenge where a creative solution is called for. Okay. And next we have divine guidance, who poked out a couple times. Okay. There is no need to be alone. There are amazing people around you from whom you would gain great strength and support. Seek out those who are like-minded and who share your beliefs and ideals. Make new friends who would benefit from your insights and affection. Take a class on spirituality or join an organization that aims to do good in the world. Archangel Sandalphon can help you find the meaning you're seeking in your life. Be open to other people's ideas and perspectives, but don't be bound by them. If you're taking a very traditional approach to your challenges and things just don't seem to be moving forward, then it might be time to think outside the box. On the other hand, if your attempts to be creative are merely reinventing the wheel, perhaps the old-fashioned way would be better. Additional meanings: walking your talk, universities, resistant to change, spiritual seeking, divine wisdom. Archangel Sandalphon is the angel who watches over the accumulation of metaphysical and spiritual knowledge. If you're seeking to enrich your inner world, he can help you find others who are similarly inclined and also searching. Archangel Sandalphon is known for delivering prayers from earth to heaven. Call upon him to help you feel your prayers need an extra boost. Okay. So let's do the 3 cards off the top, and then we'll look at the bottom, and then we'll end the reading. Hold on, doesn't feel quite right. Spirit, we know you're here with us. What message to end this big message? 3 cards. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off. Seek relief from stress. There is so very much to be grateful for: financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. Your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Okay. Let's see, let me look at these cards real quick. All right, so what's stopping this union from coming together? Oops, hold on. These are all the major arcanas. We have the Emperor. It's not in the order it came out because they kind of got mixed up, but we have the Empress. Obviously, we have the Lover's card, right? They're a perfect match. They're a perfect match. Sorry about the glare. Okay. We have the Sun. That's one of the best cards. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. We have new beginnings, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. We have divine guidance, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. This is what's holding this union back. The stress, the worry, stress and worry right here. So, whoever you are, you have to go back, like stop beating yourself up. Okay, as long as you hold on to regret or guilt, or if you're worried about the situation, okay, one, you can't worry and pray at the same time. And I said this to an old lady before, and you know, we're all human, okay? Just sometimes it takes a reminder. Even sometimes I'm human, right? I worry and I'm praying, but I try not to. So, and I'm just saying, like, I don't know, sometimes people think that readers are perfect, right? That they always say the right things and, you know, so forth and so on. And I know that I'm not perfect, okay? So, but it's always nice to have someone remind you that you can't worry and pray at the same time, so you have to choose. So I told this lady, I said, you write down your prayer on a little sticky note twice. You put it on your refrigerator and you put it on your bathroom mirror. Those are the places you go, right? So remind yourself that you said the prayer, you set your intentions, and that you already gave it to God, so you don't need to worry, right? And suddenly it came true for her. What she was praying about happened. So you can't worry and pray about it. You have to choose. Am I going to worry and get nothing out of this? Or I'm going to pray and have faith and hope? Okay, then the other thing is guilt and regret. You can't go back and say, wow, you know, that person's been out of my life for 6 years, and I've always thought about him, and I should have done this and I should have done that, and why did I allow this time to get in between us? You can't beat yourself up. Everything happens for a reason if you think about it at a higher perspective. If this is your situation, okay, obviously you still had things to learn, and obviously he or she still had things to learn. So you have to release the regret with appreciation, and you have to release the guilt for taking responsibility. So if you just, you know, if you take the regret and you turn that into appreciation, I appreciate that God made me wait, because I still had things to learn, and now that I've learned them, I'm more prepared for that perfect match. Then release the guilt for I take responsibility. I don't want to walk around with a chip on my shoulder. I take responsibility for the role that I played in this situation. So, regret to appreciate, guilt to accountability, and worry to prayer. Okay? And relieve yourself from stress. So this is really an awesome reading. There's a lot of good cards. The 10 of Ariel says you're going to be, you're going to be in a position to actually retire with a nice income. It has stand up for what you believe, claim your personal power. It has a Ace of Gabriel is a brand new start. The 9 of Raphael is make a wish. The Page of Ariel is an excellent opportunity that will be or has been offered. It's time to get to work. And the King of Ariel, professional and financial success using resources wisely. So the other one regarding the Michaels. The Michaels must be the mind. Where do I have that down? Oh yeah, I do have that down. I have Michael as air or sword. Okay, so the 5 of Michael was in that stack. So you're in a situation that doesn't serve you. You have to release attachment to the outcome and to consider taking a more uplifting approach. So we have 4, 5, and 9, and 4 and 5 equal 9. So I think that if you can release those things, your follow your divine guidance, ask God for your new beginning. The sun is here, so that talks about beauty, right? That the sun, you see everything beautiful. The sun can bring out a rainbow after a rain. The sun brings growth. The sun brings healing. So we have the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Empress. So that's the end of the reading, folks. I hope it resonated for you. I thank you for your time, Thank you for your time. Okay? Appreciate you. And couldn't do it without you. All right, thank you all. Have a beautiful day. God bless. And remember, don't beat yourself up. People are their own worst critic. And you have to change that, okay? You got to change, turn that frown upside down, Turn a negative into a positive. By looking at that positive, if it's guilt, you have to say, I don't want to feel guilty about it. I'd rather just take accountability of it, from it. Take accountability of it. I want to learn a lesson. I want to tell God I'm never going to do that again, that I'm going to improve, and that you want a better life. And you just make it so. And you see in your future, this is what I want in my future. I want the sun. I want divine guidance. I want the life of the Emperor and the Empress. I want all those things, Lord. And I'm here to tell you, my heart is open to you. I want you to guide me and protect me. And I want you to give me the nudges and give me the signs. And don't give up on me, God. Just please don't give up. I'm trying to make changes. Help me heal. Help me learn a lesson. Teach me what I need to know, Lord. Teach me how to put God and love on the forefront of my life. Okay? All right. We'll see you the next time. Aloha. And please like, share, and subscribe. Enjoy your day. Couldn't do it without you. All right, bye-bye.